For any fan of the NFL, the name Antonio Brown garners much relevance. With finding his new place on the New England Patriots, the hope is that the past won't interfere with the future.
Antonio Brown spent his first 9 seasons in the NFL with the Pittsburgh Steelers. During this time, the 6th-round draft pick from Central Michigan would rise to stardom, setting as well as creating records in which he stood alone as the lone wolf. Despite his rise atop other players in the league, differences between Brown and the Steelers organization would eventually lead to his way out from the team. Brown was traded to a new home with the Oakland Raiders. Both Brown and the Raiders were anxious to get their journey together started. Raiders head coach John Gruden spoke highly of the new all-pro wide receiver, stating that Brown could run every route you dream up. Things were looking not so bad for the Raiders, as the team was hoping to find a way to finish better than the past season's record of 4-12. What seemed as a fresh start from Brown's differences only continued in the Bay Area. One of the multiple issues with the Raiders and Brown could be traced back to the issue of the type of helmet the player could use. His usual helmet is one of the types the NFL has on their ban list to ensure player safety. Brown filed grievances against the NFL, and even threatened retirement if he was unable to use his traditional helmet model. The NFL still did not allow the helmet's use, but Brown did not retire and would later find other helmet models to use. Other issues would rise, such as the cryotherapy injury and one of the last straws being a confrontation between Antonio Brown and Raiders GM Mike Mayock. Brown would insinuate through social media his release from the Raiders, in which they eventually did, while also voiding much of the salary of the Pro Bowler's contract.
They free me! They free me, Grandma!
I told you gonna work out.
Ah, God is the greatest.
Adding insult to the rest of the NFL, Antonio Brown was signed 2 days later with the New England Patriots, the defending champions. Business was supposed to be really booming this time around, but shortly after the signing came on a new issue, which involved sexual allegations against Brown. Still an ongoing issue, he prepared for the first game with his new team, where Brown was returning home to Miami in a matchup with the Dolphins. Brown had 4 receptions in the contest, 3 of them on the first drive and the other being a touchdown, all playing a part in the Patriots shut out the Dolphins, 43-0. Despite his performance, rising issues with Brown's sexual assault allegations were enough to be a major cause of his now release from the Patriots. The speculation continues as Antonio Brown goes into the next chapter of his career. From the Rebel Report, this is Christian Saipanya.